Hypothesis framing is one of the most powerful tools we use in modern investigations. Instead of jumping to conclusions or chasing every piece of information blindly, we build early working theories that help us organize what we already know and what we still need to find out. These hypotheses don't lock us into a particular outcome, they simply give us structure and direction so the investigation stays objective and focused. Let's look at why early working theories matter. First, they guide evidence collection. When we have hypotheses, we know which investigative methods to use and in what order, whether we need surveillance, deeper research, or targeted interviews. Second, hypotheses help us classify information. They let us visualize how different pieces of evidence connect, which makes the investigation more coherent. And third, they give us benchmarks. By defining what needs to be proven or disproven, hypotheses help us track progress and keep the project moving. To stay impartial, we use the method of multiple working hypotheses. This means we develop several plausible explanations, even contradictory ones, right from the start. If we only build one theory, we risk intellectual affection, where we become so attached to our idea that we ignore evidence that doesn't fit. Multiple hypotheses prevent tunnel vision and force us to test every piece of information with equal rigor. Once we've framed our hypotheses, we begin the chiseling process. As evidence comes in, we test each hypothesis and eliminate the ones that don't hold up. Maybe a suspect wasn't in the building when the incident occurred. That hypothesis gets chiseled away. Maybe a timeline doesn't match, another hypothesis falls. And when we're weighing competing theories, we often apply Occam's razor. The simplest explanation that fits the facts is usually the right one. Hypothesis framing is not a one-time event. It's iterative. As new information comes in, we fold it back into our working theories, what some investigative models call folding back. If new facts show that the problem is bigger or different than we thought, maybe a simple harassment complaint reveals a deeper cultural issue, then our objectives and hypotheses must change. And because absolute certainty is rare, we assign truth values, or subjective probabilities, to each hypothesis based on the strength and reliability of the evidence. To keep hypothesis framing disciplined, we use several safeguards. We start from zero, meaning we avoid early conclusions and stay open-minded. During team briefings, we appoint a devil's advocate to challenge assumptions and push back on dominant theories. And we maintain separation of duties. The fact finder develops and tests hypotheses, while the decision-maker evaluates the final findings. This prevents theoretical bias from influencing sanctions or outcomes. So, hypothesis framing is the backbone of an intelligence-led investigation. It keeps us structured, objective, and analytical, and it ensures that every step we take is guided by logic rather than assumption.